Today's video is how to manifest when you feel rejected. This video is a request and it is an excellent question. I genuinely believe that if you're watching videos on manifestation, it is because you want to improve or transform your life. I have noticed that a lot of viewers start getting interested in the law of attraction or in manifesting when something goes wrong in their love life. And to be honest, this is how I started myself. For years, I felt rejected and I wasn't sure why. I thought that I was kind and honest, so I couldn't understand why my life was so miserable. This video is going to help you if you feel rejected, obviously, but also if you fear being rejected as you wish to be in a specific relationship in the future, if you're doing your best to avoid being rejected but find yourself in situations that are painful to you. In this video, I might use some tough love, but I promise you that it is with a sole purpose to gently open your eyes to what is really going on behind the curtains. Welcome back to my channel, or if it is the first time that you're watching one of my videos, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Sabine. I am a manifesting coach. You can find all the links in the description below if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me or in a few resources. Alternatively, you can go to my website at Zennumerostar.com. Okay, so let's talk rejection. There is so much to say that I have decided to organize this video in 3 points. I can't cover that vast topic in one video, obviously, but I'll try to give you some substance in a minimum of time. First point is going to be around everybody is you pushed out. Then I will mention energy centers from my perspective as an energy healer, and I will end this video with a solution. So let's talk about everybody is you pushed out from Neville Goddard. This great concept explains that as you project thoughts and emotions in your quantum field, those vibrations come back to you like your image reflected out of a giant mirror. The thing that you need to understand is that your energy is very subtle. For instance, you being rejected doesn't mean that you said to yourself, "Oh, I hate myself, I reject myself." Sometimes you did not do that at all. You see, being rejected means that you simply didn't fully accept who you were at some stage. Maybe this is still going on in your life right now. It also means that you reject your power by either not recognizing it or by unconsciously neglecting it. And consequently, you get to experience your environment not accepting who you are either and not acknowledging who you are. The second aspect I want to talk about is around your energy centers. I will only say this. Sometimes, in an attempt to be loved, when we feel that love was conditional in the past, or even as an attempt to be loved for who we have developed this unhealthy attitude consisting of pleasing others. Okay, not all of you have suffered from a painful or abusive childhood, but if you have always been sensitive, or if you felt some responsibility to act according to everybody's expectations, if you've cared for a sick family member as a child, if a sibling had more attention than you because they were sick while you were healthy, for instance, if one parent had an addiction and you felt powerless, or maybe you felt even less important than the addiction, even if you were not conscious of that feeling at the time, again, your energy is very, very subtle. I am not pointing fingers here. We were all conditioned as a child, so blaming our environment is not the solution, obviously. But what I'm trying to explain here is that none of you woke up aged 35 and decided for some obscure reason that you were rejected. You see, wounds are rarely created as an adult. They only resurface to give us an opportunity to heal. but they are not created on the spot, even if they seem to resurface unannounced and unexpectedly. As you feel rejected now, it means that this open wound needs healing. Maybe one solution that you thought of was to reinforce acts of kindness and flexibility as a way to be validated for the kindness you are mostly unconsciously displaying. And when that backfired to you, you were stunned at the ungrateful and insensitive reaction of your environment. But pleasing others only has one outcome, unfortunately, and that outcome is inflating others' ego, with the consequence of being ourselves taken advantage of and feeling exhausted, sometimes to the point of having a mental and emotional burnout. Okay, Sabine, thanks for sharing. Now, what is the solution? Well, thank you for asking. Feeling rejected is a feeling that sometimes is so subtle that you are unsure where it came from. So trying to figure out when it originated is a waste of your time. Well, it was a waste of mine anyway. Maybe you'll be luckier. The thing is, when you try to decipher the origin of an emotion, sometimes you need to look so far away in so far back in your memory that you get lost with the number of times that this emotion could have been the original trigger. But you see, all along, the solution was to be true to yourself and to refuse hosting rejection. The thing is, with bad guests, such as rejection, they tend to extend their own invitation. They take more and more space to the point of you having to relocate in your garage. Can you tell the irony of the situation? So, to the point of repeating myself, and I'm sorry about that, but this is what I do every time that something bad happens to me. I just go to my safe place. In other words, I go within. So one thing that I did in that instance was to remind myself of the last time I felt rejected, and I sat with the emotion. I talked to the emotion and I gave it my undivided attention. It lasted for a little while, where I was crying and feeling numb at the same time. I realized then how much energy that feeling had been taken from my energetic quota all those years. But manifesting when you're done healing rejection might not be the best idea. For me, it took a whole session of revising my goals and considering them from another perspective. I looked at my list from a place of power this time, and that made a huge difference in my reality. I do know that some teachers don't live their life by a list of objectives, and they're happy letting good stuff happening in their life. And that's great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I like my lists because it gives me focus and it gives me the motivation to get out of bed in the mornings, and it reminds me of all that life has to offer. And that was the video for today. Although it is a short video for such a big topic, I hope it has given you some direction. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, happy manifesting.